Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Hey! Hey, I just realized something!
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No! I mean, wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renans inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking, maybe meat.
Get him, Hoodle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hoodle!
Ow! Seriously, what the hell? You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zeugles. Like, a whole lot.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dana, let alone up in Lenegis.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zeugles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zeugles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zeugles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zeugles aren't so different after all.
Sure is good to be back in the pleasant climes of Menancia. Especially after the extremes of some of the other regions we visited.
Definitely. Your country is beautiful.
You do me an honor. However, this place was never mine to own.
I didn't mean it that way. Though, I guess technically you weren't born here either. Native or not, that doesn't change the feelings you had for the place. If I were you, I'd try to take a little pride in people's compliments.
Allow myself to feel pride, huh? That sounds like no easy task.
Nothing sounds easy when you overthink things the way you do. It must be exhausting.
He's always worrying about something. It's probably what gives him his eye for detail. That's just the way he is.
Yeah, so we'd noticed.
Let's change the subject, shall we? It's a wonder so many things coincided to bring us here. Alphen's awakening, Shion's decision to revolt, the Danon uprising in Calaglia, the crown contest's final, sputtering throws.
Zephyr's being in the right place at the right time. The fact that you happened to be a lord just as this was all going on.
It's almost as if we were brought together by design. By someone who wanted to bring down the system.
No, enough Hand of Destiny talk. We did this on our own steam. It's our responsibility to see it through.
Did Law just utter a pearl of wisdom?
I do think about things, you know. Just what do you take me for exactly?
Honestly, I always sort of pegged you as a likable dolt.
What the hell makes me a dolt, you dolt?
I mean, she did say he was a likable dolt, didn't she?
Let's refrain from poking this particular Zoogle any further. Some lessons just can't be taught.
Not to dolts, anyway.
Hey, Kisara, what's your secret for putting up with Dohalim? I don't know how you managed to deal with him.
Secret? Oh, I don't think it's as difficult as all that, really.
Could have had me fooled. Anyone who waxes lyrical on the aesthetic qualities of cactus thorns is a step too far for me.
And those poetic flourishes he sneaks into regular conversation? How am I supposed to react?
He likes the sound of his own voice, that's for sure. I say let him have his fun. No need to try and understand anything he says.
Has he always been like that?
He didn't seem as on edge all the time back in Menancia. Though he was my superior back then. So who's to say what I didn't see?
The Lord of Cislodia hid in plain sight while a crony posing as him carried out all his business. What if the Lord we met in Vicente was really...
An imposter? Dohalim? Hardly. Like it or not, that's him all right. In all his flamboyant, circumloquacious glory.
I'd like to see someone try to impersonate that on a daily basis.
Come to think of it, what with being a lord and all, he's probably never had anyone to speak to on an equal basis.
It wouldn't surprise me. Having you guys around, having a family in a way, must be what's helped him change.
A little heads up on some of his eccentricities would have been nice.
It's those eccentricities that make him who he is.
Hey, Alphen, what do you think of that chick over there?
Doesn't look like she really works out.
I'm not talking about her muscles, you dummy! Good grief. Hey! Whoa!
Huh? Well...
Huh?
yeah.
guess...
Huh?
Got it.
Thanks.
Hey, Alphen, you mind if we take a bit of a detour?
It's fine by me.
Hey, Rinwell, tell me about your parents. What were they like?
They were kind. That's the part I like to remember. They could also be strict, though, especially when it came to magic. I never understood why I had to work so hard to learn magic. Why we couldn't just be done with it and live openly like everyone else. Needless to say, that didn't go over well. Of course, if I'd had known that one day I'd be doing this, I would have taken my studies more seriously. What about your parents?
Same deal. Run through the mill. Told constantly that training was the only way to survive in a world like this. It got bad enough that I ended up running away and siding with the Renans of all people. And now, I've got that training to thank for being alive.
I know how that feels.
The first time we met, you risked using your magic to stop me from kicking my dad's ass. You could have done anything else. You could have ignored it. So, why?
Yeah, I guess something about Zephyr reminded me of my own father.
You don't say. So, did your pops and mine look a lot like each other?
Not really. Not at all, in fact. I don't know how to explain it. I just felt a resemblance, I guess.
Wow. Well, I won't pretend I understand, but I'm glad. Your dad must have been a great guy.
He was.
Maybe it's the snow soaking up all the sound, but something about Cislodia always feels mysterious to me. Solemn, almost.
When it comes to solemnity, I'd say our own Autelina Palace is no slouch.
I won't argue with you there. Still, that azure tint of the shadows on the silvery white snow, it has a certain indescribable quality.
Indeed. It was boorish of me to even suggest such a comparison.
All I know is it's freaking cold. Still, more pleasant now that the locals aren't quite as frosty towards us.
Well, excuse me if I'm too frosty for your warm self.
Oh, come on! You know I didn't mean you. Besides, really, I'm the one who...
How about we stop getting hung up on the past for a change? Take what you've learned and put it to use in the future instead.
An unexamined past can be just as dangerous in its own right.
Better that than obsessing over it like a certain someone I know.
Kisara doesn't mince her words, does she?
I could say the same thing about one or two of the other women around here.
Tell me about it.
I think I'll refrain from commenting on this one.
Hoodle, I've got some dried fish for you. You want some?
Forget that. Doesn't some tasty red meat sound better, boy?
Hey! Stop trying to coax him away with treats. Get your own adorable sidekick if you're so desperate for one.
He appears to enjoy being the center of attention.
Funny how things change. He and Rinwell used to be joined at the hip, or shoulder to talon.
It's not just Hootle who's become more trusting. Isn't that so, Rinwell?
They do say pets and their owners act alike. I suppose since we've been together, I've done my share of coming out of my own shell too.
Well then, I guess with you and Hootle, that makes us all one big happy family.
Sometimes when I'm deep in thought, Hootle will come over and sit next to me. I only wish I could actually pet him.
Oh, you will someday. You won't believe how soft he is.
Wish I had that problem. I'm lucky if I can so much as look at old Featherbrain without him trying to claw me to ribbons.
Really? He seems tame enough around everyone else. Maybe it's just Hootle's way of establishing dominance?
That's dogs, not owls.
What's going on when Hootle pecks at you?
I don't know. Like when I'm talking to Rinwell, it's like he's trying to muscle me out or something. Unless... Wait, you don't suppose I make him jealous?
Come again?
Ow! Get off of me, you insecure fluffball!
I rather think they make a good comedic pairing.
You could never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
Why are you staring at me?
That was nothing.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
I thought you had something to talk about. I was waiting on you.
Not really. Why? Should I leave you alone when I don't?
No, it's fine.
We used to really have to force these conversations when we started talking to each other, didn't we?
To say the least. Hey.
What is it?
Do you think you'd like to make something together?
Make what exactly?
Just if you wanna make dinner together. What did you think I meant?
Huh? Dinner? Oh, dinner, yes. Yes, of course. Dinner. Right.
What did you think I was talking about?
No, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Anyway, what did you have in mind?
Well, do you recognize these ingredients?
This is... Wait, is this?
So you remember? That's right. we're going to fix the very first meal we ever had together. Although I remember it not being well received when we had it.
You still remember that, huh? I'm sorry, Xion.
I'm just teasing you, Alphen. I picked this recipe because it's easy to make, and I thought it would be a good choice for dinner, too. Anyway, let's get to work. With both of us making it, we should be finished in no time.
I never thought we'd end up eating alone like this again. Just the two of us.
Yeah, so much has changed when you look back on it. Well, I guess maybe not what we're eating, but still.
No, I'd say even that's changed too, in a sense. Our meals are a whole lot better now.
True. We've both come quite a long way in the culinary arts.
That's not exactly what I mean. How do I put it? It feels like eating together is a lot more enjoyable than it used to be.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Even after our battles are done, when Dana is saved and our mission is finished, we'll probably still be sitting down to dinner like this, night after night.
Yep, I doubt that much will change. You've always got to eat at some point.
I hope our dinners will always feel like this.
Maybe not exactly like this. Hopefully we won't still be camping out.
Oh, no, not at all. I meant in a nice, warm house. One with a roof over our heads and a proper fireplace, instead of an open campfire.
And real chairs instead of these logs. Nice plates and silverware on a big dining table. Oh, and a proper kitchen. That'd be nice too.
And when it's time to fix dinner, we'll be in that kitchen.
Standing side by side.
Whoops. Looks like we made too much. I don't think we'll be able to finish all this.
Yeah, you're right. I'll see if anybody else is still awake. I'd really hate to have to throw it away.
Side by side, huh?
I think it's time we go to sleep. Did you get enough sleep?
Right, here goes!
A whirling struggle! Winds of heaven, burst forth!
Well then, I should probably think about tonight's menu.
Look out! What the hell is that? Hey! You want a piece of me?
Stay calm, Law. It's coming for us.
You just had to make things difficult for us, didn't you?
What are you muttering about? Focus or you'll get hurt.
Don't worry, I'll have this wrapped up in a flash.
The flashing parts are weak points.
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
All cities ready and clear.
Burning strike! A whirling struggle. Burning strike! Winds of heaven.
This should do it.
I can handle it. Let me help you. First, more for the stockpile.
Rising Wyvern!
I could do without this pain.
Prepare to be seized! Rising Wyvern! Coming through! Ha! Now!
Scarlet Inferno!
Here we go again.
I'm all set up.
Inspiration! Time for one more. Take this!
In here.
Demon Fang!
I'll be safe on this one. Don't mind if I do. Oh, first aid! Rain down
let you all down.
glacial
You
sphere.
pay!
Here's evil.
Try harder!
Too much to handle? Rain between heaven and earth. Eat this! A wailing dynasty of light divide!
I owe you one.
This one's mine!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Astral energy!
Say no more! There!
What did I tell you? Don't get in our way!
Dance in the wind! Air to the between heaven and earth!
Now I'm in the
No
groove.
further!
A wailing dynasty of lightning!
Slash!
What the? Flames?
Watch out! It's changing its attack! Lightning kinetic!
Stay away from my friend!
A chain between heaven and earth! A wailing divine savior! Resuscitation!
Not done yet!
Reinterruption! By the power of God!
I'm not done!
By the power of
dance!
Radical dream!
Now I'm in the groove!
Chain
I've let
between
you all
heaven and
down.
earth! Explosion! A wailing burning of lightning!
Take this!
Divine savior!
Nothing gets by me!
Burn!
Far enough! Glacial field! Pierce evil! Freeze lantern!
I'm just
Dragon Storm!
Lightning orb! Holy lamp! A chain between heaven and earth! Divine savior!
Now or never!
That's awesome! Can't get out of this! Take
Don't
this!
release me!
I'll smash!
Spread! Dance in the wind! Seal! Get on in there with the others! Burning strike! Banana, let's go! Freeze laser! Radiant storm! I'm going to need to use all the
Leave the
power of my
chargers to
healing
me.
arts to accomplish this. Unchained waterfall! Resurrection!
Freaking does it!
This item is handy. Go! Mega ray! Not in your dreams! Annihilation!
I've let you all down.
Alright, it's showtime!
Flame inside me!
I'll
Yours
bring you
to be
back
let
from
free.
Death's Abyss.
Not today!
It's getting stronger!
Switching up its movements!
The enemy
Watch
is going
out!
all out!
Shockwave!
Chain between heaven and earth.
I'll tear you
Mega ray! A wailing dandy of lightning! Here's a healing in here! First aid! More for the
You're
soul!
one!
now!
Covering wind!
Corruption! Hey! When it is Mega ray! Heaven and earth! By the power of water! A wailing divine savior! A whirling struggle!
Try this! Now we're back! No! Can't end here!
Don't give up!
Not done yet!
Here's a healing arm! Far enough! I'm ready! That'll bring you down! I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss!
No! Can't end here! Not done yet! Double demon fast!
I'm just getting started!
Annihilation! By the power of flame! Vanish without a trace!
Whirlwind snap!
Explosion!
I'm on it!
The earth
I'm
belongs to
just
me.
getting started! It's finished!
Let's do it!
Anything in order is all mine! Can't get out of this!
Cyclone!
Oh, now you're talking!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Big breath!
Denied!
Hold on to your heart! Here I come! Raging flame! Spread! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Whirling under! Blah, 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 and spread! A chain between blah, blah, blah. Divide!
I've let you all down.
Take this!
That'll bring you down! I'll bring you back from Death's
Now or never.
Stars of heaven, rain down and purify all! Searing flame, reload!
No further. Talon Hurricane! Solid drop! Dohalim! In an instant! Impact drop!
Lightning condemned!
You're mine!
Here I go!
I'm on it!
Great! That'll make things easier.
Eat dirt!
Water this time!
Can't it just make up its mind?
A chain between heaven and earth! A wailing fancy of evil!
Now it's in Now you see what I can do!
Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Not in your dreams!
Talon Hurricane!
Take this! Watch this!
Your mother's sake!
Lightning raging cascade!
Not my fight!
Where are you going?
This one's all mine!
I'll be saving this one!
Not today!
Ready to go!
Leave the charges to me.
Hey, one at a time! Magic is Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint,
Nope, that'd be silly. In a bind?
Healing circle! Wailing fancy of lightning! Seal! Spread! This will come in handy! Freeze! Come forth!
On a roll now!
Lunar struck! Now for something special! Raging storm! Tunnel! Here goes!
Armor won't sink!
I don't mind if I do! Into the
This
shadows!
one's all mine! Not today!
Can't be done! I can handle it! Burn up! It's in the sky, it's mine!
Mission!
Go again!
No further!
I don't feel like my usual self.
Are you alright? Let me handle this one.
So sorry to disappoint you.
This should do it!
The enemy is going all out! Raging storm! One at a time! Thanks for the healing.
Watch yourself, okay?
Yeah, you too. Burning strike! Hold on to your arms. Here I come! In here!
No further!
Denied! Not on my watch! Freeze Lancer! Illuminate the I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Too much to handle!
You picked the wrong fight!
Damn it! There! No pieces! Mega Red!
Be still!
A worm in trouble! Radiant Spear! I'll heal you! Primed and ready! Where are you going? I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Stars of light! Rain down!
Take
and
this!
purify all! By the
No
power of
further!
flame!
You're mine! Stardust!
Eat this!
Heal!
Talent Sword!
Let's you all explosion!
Crumble! Swallow! What's this?
I can handle it! Burning
Far enough! Take
One
this!
at a time!
Here, let me help.
Come one, come all! Burn!
I'm on a roll now!
Take this! Dragon! No further! Is this it?
Light axe dance in the wind! Sleep! Now, get on in there with the others! Here's a healing art!
Okay, here I go!
Dance in the wind! Wheel!
It's not my fight!
Back into the fray!
Double
It's in
demon
the
face!
sky, it's mine! I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Leave the charges to me.
No pay for that! I'll lay you all down.
this! There! Flush!
This will come in handy.
We're gonna need more of that medicine.
Thunder field! Mega ray! Mega ray!
I'm gonna need more of that medicine. All things you hear it now! I owe you one. I'll tear you apart! I owe you one.
I can handle it. Far enough. Better if you don't get out.
Ignite!
Hold on to your heart. Here I come!
No further!
Moving
Viper!
violent with astral energy!
Say no more! Take this!
Take this!
I can carve through armor!
That'll bring you down. Wait, where's the water go?
It's all dried up!
Gemini Aqua! It's so bright!
It's the pain is what it is! I can do this all day! I play you all down.
Magic is in! Freeze Lancer! You get the gist. Air thrust! A chain between heaven and
Sonic
earth!
thrust!
You get the gist. Sealed! Get on in there with the others! Lunar Raging Cascade! One more time!
It's time!
Sealed! I'll
Try
be
harder.
saving this one! Magic
Can't
is
get
in!
out of this!
I can handle it.
Now I'm in the groove! Burn! I owe you one! Blow away!
I owe you, Sion.
Healing is what my arts do best.
All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction. Whirling struggle.
Rising Viper!
Primed and ready. Where are you going? Magic is in. Sealed.
No paper!
This is not my
finest.
Raging cascade.
Can't move! Prepare to be sealed!
Light astral energy. Just with the doctor. Searing flame. Chinese supernova.
Tactics are working great!
Full speed ahead.
Hey, wait for law! No further!
Far enough.
Here, let me help. Here's the evil. Freeze Lancer. I'll heal you all. Healing circle. Ghost lightning condemned.
Need to pull myself together.
A chain between heaven and earth. A wailing banshee in here. I'll be saving this one. A chain between heaven and earth. I never miss. A wailing banshee of lightning.
This one's all mine!
Too much to handle. Not on my watch.
In a
whirling
bind?
struggle. Winds of heaven. First north.
I can handle it.
Air thrust.
Denied.
The enemy is going all out!
Not today!
Magic is there! Holy Lily! A chain between heaven and earth.
There!
A wailing in here. More for the stockpile.
You require a hand.
Magic is there! In here.
Take this!
Lunar corruption!
Rising Viper!
Gemini Alpha! By the power!
I owe you one.
Banners without a trace! Sleep now. Get on in there with the others. Divide stage!
This is it!
A whirling struggle.
Bring the targets to me. Denied.
Rising
Burning hero! Confiscated! Flood! Dance in the wind! Burning strike!
out of this!
Holy land! Gemini Alpha! Heaven and earth! By the power of flame! You're without a trace! Explosion! Burning strike! Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy glimmer! Lunar holy land!
Sonic Rock! Sword Rain Alpha!
Wailing Dandy! By the power of water! Let us dance in the wind!
Fear throbs in pain. In a bind? Turbo Demon Fest!
Feel! I'm ready! I'll be saving this one! Pierce
through!
Feel! Gravitas field!
Take this!
Away! By the power of
Shockwave!
flame! Can't be without a trace! Take care! Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Freeze lancer!
That did it!
Flame of fury! Burning strike!
It's on! This should do it!
Do you require a hand?
No further!
Far enough!
Burn in hell!
Damn
it!
Resurrection!
Here you go!
I feel like me.
Sword Rain Alpha! Ray!
Watch it! Resuscitation!
You're mine! I'm not done! Hurricane! Infernal Dive!
Got it!
Now
Now our chance!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
What was with that creature? It was some sort of a Zoogle that could control light. Rinwell, do you think that could have been...
The true form of the phantom flower? No, it couldn't be.
What makes you so sure?
Because...
What the...
Whoa!
What the hell is that? Is the enemy back for more?
Whatever it is, it's freaking huge!
You guys, calm down. It's okay. It's probably... No, it's definitely the phantom flower of Nevira. I read about it in that book we found earlier. It was described as a mysterious light floating up in the sky. It's not dangerous at all. In fact, this is the place it was first discovered.
So that's how it got its name then. You sure it's not some enemy astral art being cast at us?
Positive. I think it's just a rare and unusual weather phenomenon more than anything else.
Cislodia obviously used to be covered in darkness around the clock. But with that gone, I guess that's why we're able to see this again?
You could be right. It's so pretty though, isn't it?
Sure. But it's so big we could have seen it from town just fine, couldn't we?
Well, sure, but still.
Hey, who cares where we saw it? I'm just glad we got to see it at all. Besides, that Zoogle was what kept us from seeing it before, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's such a gorgeous night sky here. You should really bring Shion out to watch it.
Right. Right. I'll, do that.
It took a lot to get here, but I can't help but feel like a dream of mine came true. Thanks, Law.
I didn't do all that much, really.
Well, I still really appreciate it. It made me really, really happy.
Hey, you know
Oh, it looks like you can see it even better from over there. I'm gonna go check it out.
Huh? Hey, wait! Rinwell.
This shall be a feast for the senses.
Guess we don't know our own strength.
You could say that again.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Where are you going?
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Go no further!
Glacial sphere.
Pierce
Fantastic! Great! Amazing! I was only trying to be nice.
Your astral arts are truly incredible. Barely a blip on our radar.
Hi, Doodle!
As impressive as always.
Ah, and here I hoped I was improving.
Barely a blip on our radar. Let's dispose of the trash.
Now you see what I mean. We are freaking invincible!
Alvin and the others truly are.
What about me?
Well then, I should probably think about tonight's menu.
Little help!
We're cleaning house.
Let me take the rest of it.
Well, someone's feeling lively.
Over so soon. That was quite the little adventure we went.
Hey, Law. Been training?
Yeah, I guess I got a little carried away. You think this is bad, you should see the state of my underwear.
Yeah. A word of advice. You might want to refrain from mentioning that stuff around girls. Ones without a military history especially.
Man, can you imagine Rinwell's face? She'd have a nervous breakdown.
I meant in general, but you sure mention her a lot, you know.
Huh? Oh, you know, she's always there, even when you least expect it. Springs to mind easily.
Either that, or maybe some part of you is subconsciously always wishing she was there.
May the trials and tribulations of young romance never change.
Romance? Like I'd be interested in that know-it-all tomboy. I'm more about mature women. Someone more like Kisara.
You know, I used to be a tomboy too when I was Rinwell's age.
Look, it's not tomboys I have anything against. But come on, you've got to admit she can be a lot to handle.
Hey, I miss anything? What's all the fuss about?
Rinwell.
Thunderblade!
Ah! What the hell was that for?
A little birdie told me you were speaking about me behind my back. Whew!
From the looks of it, I'd say you've got yourself a rival.
It wouldn't be called the Spring of Youth without a little storm every now and then.
Hey, Shion. How are you and Alphen getting on these days?
That's a little out of the blue. Why do you ask?
Sorry, it's just... I don't know, I'm just curious, I guess. I mean, a lot's changed now he's got his senses back and all.
I suppose you're right. Well, to tell you the truth, if he'd been the way he is now back when I'd first met him, I probably wouldn't have gotten this involved. But then, if we hadn't met like we did, then I never would have experienced these feelings, so... I guess it's complicated.
I can imagine. I know it's not the same thing, but I know what it feels like to have someone you love who's out of reach.
Because of Miguel.
Alphen's still alive. It's not too late, you know. And after all, who can say what the future holds? I think if I were you, I'd take things as they come for now.
Besides, touch isn't everything. I've never touched you, Xion, but that doesn't stop you from knowing that I care about you, right?
That's true. But I do remember back when we first met, you made it plenty clear you weren't my biggest fan.
But that was a long time ago. There were lots of things I didn't understand back then. Not that that's the point.
Don't worry, I'm only teasing. I know what you mean. Thank you. And you're right. There are ways to convey your feelings besides just touching.
I'll say, cooking immediately springs to mind. And if it's someone's favorite dish, all the better. If there's something on your mind that you want to tell him, why not try appealing directly to his stomach?
You might just have a point. I'll give it a shot.
Uh-oh. If it's Alphen's palate you're appealing to, that doesn't bode well for the rest of us.
Well, friendship is about being supportive. Sometimes we just have to do our best and take one for the team, right?
Even after staying here, we never truly got to the bottom of what makes this realm's citizens tick.
Renan and Danon are meaningless distinctions here. To have one's own mind is strictly forbidden. All that matters is blind obedience.
That might be the case now, but it can't always have been like that. There must have been something more.
Once, maybe. Question is that something still salvageable?
If it's not, we'll just have to make something new. No, not we. They've had enough foisted on them as it is.
You're right. It's time the people here had the chance to forge their own path. That's not to say it'll be easy, but it will be worthwhile.
These things take time to... What the... An ambush?
Sorry. There was a huge flying bug and I sort of shot without thinking.
A bug? You mean like a Zoogle?
Something tells me she would have shot it, whether it was a Zoogle or not.
This realm is teeming with humid forests. It's only natural insects would feel more at home here than Menancia. In fact, I seem to recall reading somewhere that bugs around these parts lay their eggs in human food to ensure healthy incubation.
Sounds like they're tougher than they look.
What about you, Alphen? Bugs don't creep you out?
I wouldn't say I was their #1 fan. Mind you, if times get desperate enough, I've been known to eat them.
Insects as a culinary option, you say? What kind of seasoning are we talking?
Dohalim, I don't think he was talking about cooking them.
Hey, a lizard!
Right!
Leo Temple. Isn't that where Xion was being held? I never thought about this until now, Alphen, but doesn't it get hot wearing that armor all the time? You feel heat and cold again, don't you?
Admittedly, yeah. It can get pretty toasty in this thing.
Is it hard when your back starts to itch?
Oh, you bet. Plus, my shoulders get stiff wearing it, even if it's not all that heavy.
Kisara looks like she manages all right with her armor.
Armor takes a strong body and a stout heart.
Spoken like a true guardsman. Not that I really get what you mean.
The more I think about it, the more I realize what a pain it must be. Like, what do you do when you need to take a leak?
Ew!
That part can be a bit of a pain, yeah. More things to take off.
That sucks, man. Wouldn't it be easier if you just walked around outside of your armor most of the time instead?
You never know when the enemy might attack. As tempting as it might be to take it off, it's not worth getting killed over.
So basically, you're screwed if you ever get attacked while taking a dump. Right, Rinwell?
Are you doing this on purpose?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Just great.
Cheers!
Cheers! What? Nice try, you two. Better luck next time.
Never. Why?
Wait, something's wrong.
I couldn't catch it. I'll always be...
Oh no. This is just like what happened before. Alphen!
I'm alone. I'm all alone.
What can I do to get her to snap out of it? There aren't any thorns this time. I've got it!
Alphen?
Shion, you're not alone. You've got all of us. And it wasn't just one bouquet either. There's also this one from me. So please, don't give up. We'll fight this together. Shion!
You dummy! That's not what I was upset about. How many times do I need to tell you not to blindly rush into things? That said, it does make me feel better. Even if your bouquet is just a weapon named after one.
I'm just glad I could help. And I made another one to go with it, so it wouldn't be lonely either.
You never cease to amaze me, Alphen. Seriously.
Feeling better now, Xion?
I'm sorry I lost my cool like that.
Don't worry. It's not like I have any room for criticism.
Being a grown-up isn't easy, is it?
Always good to be back in familiar territory. Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Did we really just spend that much money?
Doing some thinking?
Nah. It just occurred to me that our journey's been going for a while now.
Is it a wonder to you our group has held together this long?
Maybe. We've got Danans, Renans, a lord, a mage, and even a guy from another time. Yet here we all are, leaning on each other as travel companions. It's like a minor miracle.
If anything, I'd say it's proof. Proof that as long as we accept each other for who we are, we can all get along.
And with understanding comes togetherness. Yeah, we are more than enough evidence of that.
I've always had a thorny relationship with others. Quite literally, as it happens. I figured that it was easier to give up on intimacy, rather than having to go through all of the pain of rejection. I mean, is it any wonder I grew thorns around my heart, too?
But now...
Right. Now... I still have my thorns, of course. But they don't cover my heart. I know now that there is more than one way for people to relate to one another. It was you and everyone else here that taught me that. Everyone that you brought together, Alphen.
It wasn't just me. I mean, sure, I invited a few folks to join us, but... swordsmanship's about all I have to offer. Everyone's taught and supported me just as much as I have them.
You see? That's what I'm talking about.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're fine just as you are. The bonds that you form with others, they shine more brightly because they're mutual. It's not just one bond for you. It's many, each with a heart of its own. That's what makes them special.
love how much amazing food we get to eat even when we're out on the road.
Me too, especially compared to what I used to have when I was still a slave. This is paradise.
It's amazing what good food can do to keep your hopes up. Nagal used to say all the time that the power of food is subtle, yet profound.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? For whatever reason, I find I don't worry nearly as much when I've got a full stomach helping me out.
That's why you shouldn't be such a picky eater.
Huh?
She's right. You always leave food that you don't like on your plate when you're done.
Come on, what's the big deal?
Back in the day, I couldn't think about leaving any food. It was such a waste not to eat at all. You needed every last scrap of energy.
Exactly. Even when my brother and I didn't have much to eat, we all did what we could to make it taste good and enjoy what we had.
That definitely explains a lot about why you cook the way you do, Kisara.
Dohalim, I bet you don't know what any of that's like. You must be used to food being handed to you on a silver platter.
Sometimes it was gold.
You didn't shy away from that at all.
Although, there was one experience that does come to mind.
Oh?
When I first learned that the food I ate originally came from animals and fish, I was rather taken aback.
You just ate whatever was in front of you without even thinking about it?
That's a silver spoon elite for you.
Your cooking has really improved, Shion.
It's because of you that I understand what makes it so fun. I'm glad everyone seems to enjoy what I make too.
I've noticed a disturbing trend that after it's your turn to cook, our ingredients tend to run really low. What's up with that?
That is a good point, Law. There's a weird difference between the amount of ingredients she prepares and how much food actually gets served. Curious. Very curious indeed.
I don't know. Isn't it pretty normal for veggies to shrink a little when you fry them up?
Or maybe she eats all the bad batches herself so we won't notice.
Come on, I wouldn't do anything like that.
Then how would you explain the difference?
Ahem. I have a theory that I wish to propose.
What is it?
As we all know, Shion here can have quite the appetite. I imagine she often taste tests her own food as she prepares it. By my eye, it would appear that her footprints are leaving deeper impressions as of late. Far be it from me to level such an accusation, but the facts lead me to conclude that...
She's been snacking while she cooks.
And yet, she still looks so slender in her clothing.
Yeah, I'm kind of envious actually.
Wait a sec, are you guys trying to say she's...
I'm what?
Nothing?
Nothing. Shion, about that fight just now.
Sorry about that. I was careless.
I didn't come to criticize you. Just please take better care of yourself.
You don't need to worry about me. In case you forgot, I can't exactly die anyway. It's like how you used to not care about getting beat up because you couldn't feel pain, and then I was the one to patch you up. It's the same thing.
You're right. That is how I used to be. But this isn't the same.
Then what do you mean? How is what's happening now different from what happened then?
It's different now.
Look, if you mean because you can feel pain again,
It's because I don't want to see you getting hurt. You're right. When I couldn't feel any pain, I put myself in all sorts of dangerous situations. I didn't listen to anybody's warnings, and I made a lot of people worried for no good reason. It was foolish. This isn't about you and me being able to take pain. I don't want to have to see you get hurt, Shion. It's too much for me to take. Is that a crazy thing to say?
No, it isn't. And I definitely don't like seeing you get hurt either, Alphen. We can't expect our enemies to show us any mercy, but I will do my best not to throw myself in harm's way out there either. How does that sound?
I'm sorry if I sounded harsh earlier. I didn't mean to. I just really want you to take better care of yourself.
I will. At least, for as long as I can.
I must admit, I'm rather proud of this dish.
This was a good day.
A warrior without breakfast is a flower without sunlight.
I guess so.
That's not a saying. We've reached our destination.